Babylon. A lot of mud brick and not much else. Why do the Russians want to dig it up?
Welcome back to Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. My name is Yoshio, and today we'll be exploring the ruins of Babylon. Just a quick point, in the last video I kept referring to the setting as South America. Canyonlands, in fact, takes place in the American Southwest. Honest mistake on my part. I was thinking of other things at the time. So, in this episode, we will be exploring Babylon and the ruins of the Tower of Babel. Many people may be familiar with the story of the Tower of Babel from the Bible, but basically, at a certain point in history, we all spoke one language, apparently. And in our hubris, we decided to raise a tower to the heavens to rival God himself. Things didn't go exactly as planned.
This could be Volodnikov's HQ.
God was pretty pissed about this, so he, of course, struck down the tower, etc., etc., and also apparently gave birth to all the different languages of the world. That largely doesn't factor into anything we'll be doing here today or with the rest of the story. It's got its own thing. But that's where the story comes from. We'll see a lot of real historical and mythological references as we go on, and I'll do my best to explain some of them. For now, though, we're trying to get in that little bunker where we saw somebody at a desk. Maybe we can find a lead.
The Ministerstva hereby reminds Comrade Dr. Volodnikov that socialist theory disavows the existence of supernatural powers.
Those doctrinaire apparatchiki. What is it? They think I'm out here searching for God?
Possibly. I'm just decoding the message, sir.
I'm searching for Marduk, a creature the Babylonians worshipped as a god, but he doesn't live in heaven, just on another plane.
What kind of plane, sir? Soviet or American?
Not airplane, you idiot. It's another dimension of reality. The Ethereum.
Be careful, Professor. When questions of ideology arise, they often conceal doubts about methods and results.
In Foreign Ministerstva, we're making excellent progress, all according to plan. We know the true story is waiting in the room of the tablets. That's where we'll find out what happened to the tower. And to the machine Marduk inspired. We are close. It's a matter of days. And damn the ideology!
So here we meet our antagonist, Dr. Gennady Volodnikov. It seems like he might be a little bit at odds with the Soviet powers that be, though. Continuing on, though, he shut the gate again after him. Now, the game wants us to shimmy across here. We're not going to do that. We can make this jump.
Quite an operation the Russians have going here. Makes me jealous. The site is crawling with guards. I better steer clear.
Now, we could dive right in there like I did when I played this on N64 as a child, or we could be sneaky and wander around. Found a nice little side path here. Kind of calm and tranquil here. Running water, peaceful. That sound hammering in the distance, but not a big deal. No progress is forward, but of course, we got to take a look everywhere. And what do we get for our trouble? Spiders. Now, I didn't show it off last video, but the lighter can be used to illuminate dark spaces, as one might expect. This is, of course, a dead end as well, so we're just heading back the proper way. Now, the real enemy of this game is poison. It will kill you dead. So you want to avoid it at all costs. Things that do poison are spiders, scorpions, snakes, And one other thing we haven't quite seen yet. Now, let's get the drop on those guards. I mentioned earlier that combat was a little iffy, and, well, here's a big good example. Indy sort of auto-aims at generally the closest target, within range of his current weapon. Currently, we're using the .45 revolver. It's extremely weak, but it makes short work of these couple goons here. The auto-aim doesn't exactly work while you're running or moving. You have to stand still, but it's still a good idea to keep moving.
A gun.
We just found the new gun, the 9mm revolver. After getting this, you'll basically never see me use the default pistol again. This one is substantially better, fires much faster. As you can see, Indy also can't really aim down slopes. Whatever. We got another new gun. This is a machine pistol. I won't be using it right away, but, you know, eventually it will be used. We found a first aid kit there. That's the small heal for this game. And inside this tent, if you had keen eyes, you can already glimpse it. We're actually going to find a big heal kit. But first, we're going to go around collecting ammo. We need as much of that as possible. Indy, while he can fight with his fists, is not the most confident fist fighter. Here's that med kit.
Hey! A medical kit.
So, only one real way to go. That hole leads to the stairs. And down here, just another way into the hole. I was talking earlier about how the Nintendo 64 version didn't age particularly well, in comparison to the PC version at least. You know, the gameplay is still pretty solid. It controls well. All the levels are there, with some minor changes, possibly for difficulty, possibly to meet the N64's limitations. But the graphics are terribly muddy. Indy doesn't look very good. The only thing that's really got on the better than this version is the item system, which is very similar to Ocarina of Time, and the fact that there's like some little scrubs and plants that you can get. It's mostly cosmetic. So let's just get the drop on this guy. Simple. Scorpion, make quick work of him.
What's this? A medical kit. Aha!
These first couple levels
aid.
are pretty generous with the healing items. Believe me, we will need them, since we're playing on the highest difficulty. Enemies pack a real punch. I keep taking out my gun over and over again because I'm paranoid I'm going to get jumped.
Now what? First aid. Hey.
Couple free healing kits, though. That's always nice. My arch nemesis returns. Block moving. Luckily, this game very much plays to his strength, and while we will be moving blocks around, it doesn't have too much in the way of it.
Their trucks go right through the checkpoint. That's my passport.
For now, India has kindly pointed out our next objective, which is to hitch a ride on a passing truck. Can't do it from this side, though, so we'll just wait for this next one to sail past and make our way over there.
What have we here?
This game has excellent sound design,
medicine.
in my opinion. You can hear the trucks there, moving in the distance. Sounds of construction and archaeology going on. It's an alive and vibrant place. I mean, we don't see any of it, except for a select few areas, but it feels alive. This next jump's a little tricky. A standing jump won't do it. A longing jump is too far. You have to jump from a little bit back, actually, with a long jump.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. This is a big fight and we're in a bad spot. Luckily, there's explosive barrels, so let's just take those guys out real quick. Zip in here to take cover from the sniper. And go up to get him. Huh? Where'd he go? Little bastard's taking off. Well, I'll hunt him down, don't worry.
Sтой!
Which also conveniently
gun.
gives us our newest weapon, the combat rifle. We'll see it in action in a little bit, but know that it is very strong, kills most enemies in 1 or 2 hits.
Look what I found.
But very slow, you'll take a bunch of damage unless you outrange them substantially.
Aha. Some medicine. What's this? Some medicine.
More free med kits is always nice. Poison kits are even better. Gotta make sure there's nobody left. Looks clear. Let's grab this ammo. There, perfect. This area looks pretty nice, but I wonder where we're going. Seemed like there was a path up, but what's down here? We have no real reason to come down here. We might be back depending on how things go later, but for now, more med kits.
Some medicine. Now what? First aid.
Back up we go. Sun's out, guns out. But it's uncalled for. Just a little bit of platforming. Nice. I like the ambience of this area. You can hear the wind rushing and the echoing, but you still hear those faint echoes of the work in the background. I sense enemies.
Ты, иди сюда!
Look what I found.
A little more treasure here. Otherwise, that was the only real threat for now. Looks like a lot of ways we can't go, so we'll head the only way we can. I spend a lot of time checking random corners for items and random objects, which I think Indy would have something to say about, but rarely if ever does.
Comrade Dr. Volodnikov, we have Narushitel in our sight.
Capture him if possible. Otherwise, stреляй the dog.
Да, sir.
I like how everyone speaks in half Russian, half English. Let's try to get the drop on these guys. That explosive barrel's still there.
Стой на месте!
Perfect. Ah, dang it, he got away. Enemies seem to be scripted to run when they take a certain amount of damage. I'm not sure how it works exactly. With that, our path is now open to a dead end. But there's a block. Which leads us to probably the most annoying section of this level. It's a maze underwater. So let's dive right in. There's lots of paths to go, but this is pretty much the most efficient, which I'm doing here. A couple treasures to find. This took me a while to map out. I swam through a lot of this maze. Yeah. I don't like underwater mazes. That's it for treasure. We'll just let Indy catch his breath before we carry on to the exit. Swimming handles remarkably well for a game of this area. I mean, it's got the same issues controlling Indy in general does, insofar as that you can't control the camera independently. But it tracks pretty good. And here my great secret is revealed. I've been doing some save state and editing, of course.
It's a door, but I can't seem to open it from this side. It's
Usually
locked.
they're a little more discreet.
Ты! Остановись! Здравствуйте, товарищ. Open the door. I'm here to deliver supplies. You know, dig stuff. Whatever you need, I've got it.
Ты шпион? Мне прекрасно стрелять шпионов.
What?
Hello, Dr. Jones. Welcome to Babel. I'm Simon Turner. Remember? CIA? Sophia works for me.
Oh, you stole the cogwheel.
And our commie friends don't even know it's gone. Volodnikov's a hopeless academic, not a field man, and frankly, I need clues he doesn't have. That's why you got tapped. You're a famous archaeologist. I'm just a spy. This should get you through the door. By the way, rumor has it they found a gold statuette of the winged god Marduk. Be awful nice to have that.
CIA runs a museum.
The company runs a hive of soulless bureaucrats, but I am a passionate collector.
I'll bet you are.
Indy doesn't seem too keen on Sophia's boss's attitude. But let's try to get the drop on this guy with the combat rifle.
Стой на месте.
As you can see, cuts him down pretty quick. But if I'd had time to let them fire, they would have really torn through
What
my
have
health.
we here? First aid.
So that gentleman we met was Simon Turner, CIA operative. He's, as I mentioned, Sophia's boss and one of our allies for this game. Let's see where he led us into. Oh, Simon, you do care. I know what to do with this. You'll notice that I actually took a little bit of damage from the flying rocks. This will happen several times throughout the course of the game. I find it interesting. Right off the bat, we can see another treasure down here. Looks like the only way to go is up. Looks like the entrance to a temple of some kind. Just checking. You never know. Here's something I find really interesting. Mostly useless, but interesting. You can light these little wall torches. They're scattered throughout the game. In a modern game, you get an achievement if you lit every single one of them, I'm sure. But in this, they serve no real purpose. Big shaft. Let's get this bull block out.
I guess Mr. Otis didn't actually invent the elevator after all. Turner was right about Volodnikov. A good digger would have found this long ago.
Looks like we found something that the Russians haven't yet. This looks interesting.
This looks like a door to me. Why doesn't it open? This might be important. What a contraption. How does it
Who
work?
knows? But it is missing a part, which we happen to have.
What do you know? Sophia's little gift has a purpose.
With that, we can get up to this little passageway, find out what lies around the corner.
Okay, where am I? Nebuchadnezzar's library, maybe. Shh, don't disturb the patrons. Well, that's easy. They've been dead for thousands of years.
God, I hate arachnids. This section really reminds me of a level from the first Prince of Persia game for the PS2. I don't know why, something about the visual design. We can already see our first piece of the tablet. It's hanging out there, but we're going to get it in a little bit. For now, we got a little more climbing to do. Always worth the check, everywhere for little secrets and treasures and collectibles, which is why we're going over here. These patrons, you think there'd be books here instead of skeletons, but I'm not a judge. Maybe the books are really good. So we can shove this.
I'm out of room here.
Indy will helpfully let us know when it's far enough. Usually blocks will stop where you need them, but not always. I could probably get that red gem. In fact, you can jump from here to there. But it's not the intended order, so let's go and find our first tablet part.
What's this? Part of a cuneiform tablet.
Ah, cuneiform. Wonder if that's A or B.
A fragment of text.
Well, we're not going back that way. Luckily, we saw that gem before.
Now what?
Score. And down to that center pillar. Oh ho ho! Seems we've opened a secret passage. Let's grab the last piece of the tablet first and then check out what's in there. As you can tell from the music, a deadly trap. There's an easy solution. Only a penitent man may pass.
Aha! Another text fragment.
Or, just jump. Inside the little cave, we can find that statue that Simon was after. It probably belongs in a museum, but, we're kind of in deep here. We don't really have a way to get it out, and we're headed right into enemy
look
territory.
at this. Marduk, wings and all. Not bad as priceless treasures go.
Whatever. I guess he can have him. Back we go with all three pieces to stick them in the wall.
There's some cuneiform writing here, but I can't read it. Some of the tablets are missing. There, it fits. But I still can't read anything. Now it starts to make sense. Let's see here. Make welcome, seeker. Know that it was Nebuchadnezzar, in heed of the writing that Marduk made appear unto him, who builded the great engine. Having no understanding, the rabble hath thrown down his work, but 4 trusted disciples are scattered upon the face of the earth, and the relics go with them. Wouldst thou tread the path of knowledge, look eastward. Ergon it is who flees to the heavenly mountains, where Shambhala holds a mighty secret. Heavenly mountains. I wonder if that means the Tian Shan Range.
Huh. Guess we're headed to China. The game just sort of throws two treasures at you here.
What have we here?
I'm not
An
exactly
idol.
sure why. Most are way better hidden than this. Let's get this weight off of the elevator, though, so we can get the heck out of here.
Ah, Jones, there you are. Got a statue for me?
Will this do?
It just might. Anything else?
According to the inscription, the tower once housed a great engine. When the Babylonians smashed the thing, 4 priests escaped with the parts.
Taking them where?
Not sure, except in one case. Some fellow named Ergon headed for the Heavenly Mountains. There's a crude map of Central Asia.
That's not much help.
Might be enough. The Tian Shan Range straddles the border between China and Kazakhstan. The name translates as Heavenly Mountains.
Kazakhstan? Last time I looked, that was Soviet territory.
Maybe I won't show the border guards my passport.
Okay, buddy, it's your funeral.
And with that, our chapter comes to a close. I've decided to keep in these little end-of-level bits just to have some time to reflect on the level. I really like that level. It's one of my favorites. It really shows off what the game's good at. For now, though, we'll see you next time when we head to the Tian Shan mountain range for what is probably the worst level of the game.